Hi everyone. Okay, I'm gonna give you all a couple of minutes to get on our live video so that you have a moment to find it. And our hosts, as you guys join in, tag your friends too to help them find this post because this is where all the action's gonna be, okay? So we're gonna be sharing the information about Norwex, how it works, why it works, the science behind the microfiber, and we're also gonna show it off in some really cool demos. So I'm so excited that you guys are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. So I am going to be swiping comments off here momentarily because I am a squirrel. Okay, I am always the definition of distraction. It will pull me away immediately. And what I absolutely love to do is interact with the comments that come in and answer the questions. So what I'm going to ask those of you who are familiar with Norwex, I am going to ask that you guys answer questions that you have seen or heard and chime in. But when the video is over, when I'm done with all these demos, I'm going to be going back through and answering questions. In fact, I may even pop on live again to answer if there are a lot of questions. I might just jump back online to answer those, okay? So that way I am respectful of your time and I'm not taking extra time to answer those right now because I want to focus on all of this wonderful information and all of these great demos so that you get to experience all of it, okay? And I know some of you may be tucking kiddos into bed and that is totally fine, or if you have an early bedtime, because I'm going to post this replay so you guys can come back and check out the information because our party is going to be open for 48 hours, okay? So you have time. So again, hello everyone. So glad that you're here. Welcome. My name is Kandy. I am an executive sales leader with Norwex. I have been with the company now for, we were trying to figure this out actually. So I'm pretty sure I joined in like September of 2013. So that would put it close to 9 years. I absolutely love these products. I have been using them, oh gosh, probably 16 years or so. So when my friend first introduced me to Norwex, we've all grown up with this image or, being taught that we are to clean with a chemical cleaner because we have to disinfect bacteria, right? That's what we all always thought. And so my friend introduced me to Norwex and she's like, come to my cleaning party. One, you're inviting me to a cleaning party. That sounds like so much fun. And two, she's like, and you only use water. And I'm like, okay, that's great. So I'm a very much science-minded person. So I'm actually, before I forget, I'm going to swipe off those comments. Okay. So I'm a very science-minded person. I want to know how something works, why it works. I don't want to just take somebody's word for it. So, when I went to her party, I was kind of the one going like this a little bit like, okay, sure. What are you going to tell me here? So as she started going through it and she was talking about how microfiber works with the mechanical functions and things, I was like, okay, that's interesting. Still need to tell me more. So by the end of the party, I was like, oh my gosh, this just blew me away because these demos are incredible. I am excited to blow you away too. So if you haven't gotten your samples yet, if you requested them, start sharing those testimonies too, especially after seeing these demos and doing them yourselves. It is amazing. So getting these products in your hands is such a great thing. So, several years later, she's like, you really love these products. You should be a representative. And I said, no, I'm not going to sell anything. That's not my personality. I don't want to. And I was in a shell. I just moved out of state and I'm like, I don't know anybody. But anyway, she very, very, very strong-handed me on that one. And she had me join. I'm like, I'm just going to utilize it for the really awesome discount. But then I found out how much I love to share and educate. So little did I know that I was going to create a career out of just sharing in an online party. So here we are. We're having fun. We're getting to talk about cleaning. And this is when I say we get to make cleaning fun because Norwex is going to cut your cleaning time in half. We are able to eliminate all of the toxic cleaners from people's homes. And that is what I'm super passionate about. We have a daughter with type 1 diabetes and she is a rock star, but she's already immunocompromised. And so we don't want to bring in these toxins into our home that are known to cause more problems to our health. So people going through cancer treatments and things like that, they're actually told not to use any of the chemical cleaners because their autoimmune systems are already needing extra help, and those are only going to make it worse. So my dad has a very extreme form of intrinsic asthma. Chemical cleaners will put him into a very severe asthmatic attack where he cannot breathe, along with fragrances, because those are basically like the next level smoking. So they're very harmful for the lungs. And so that's why we are here to educate about the dangers of these toxins and our wonderful option to remove them from our homes. So that is something that's been a huge blessing for us, is that we do not carry them in the house. We are not walking down that aisle in any of the stores anymore because we don't need them. So we're saving a ton of money too, because these are reusable products. Isn't that crazy? So our cloths have an average lifespan of 7 years. So if you think about how many cleaners that a simple few cloths replace, it's really amazing to think about all the money that we save on top of what we would spend in paper towels and those types of things too. So again, so glad you're here. So let's get started. We're going to talk about the backbone of Norwex. So we're going to talk about the Enviro cloth. So this does come in several colors. So when I show you these, there are different color options. These were limited edition ones, but there are 5 colors that you can choose from that we currently have all the time. And so I like to color code the house, and I'll get to that in a second. But the Enviro cloth, so I like to call this cloth E for everything, okay? Because this is the cloth that will do almost everything that you need to do for cleaning. Okay, so it looks like a simple cloth, but it's actually a very high-tech cleaning tool. So microfiber, if you're familiar with microfiber at all, you will see stores that carry, a generic style of microfiber. I have to watch my cat because she likes to steal my raw chicken. Like, she does it almost every video. So this one I have to watch for, because she's legit taken it and like put it on the carpet before, and I had to go track it down for the demo. Anyway, so you'll see that retail stores have a generic form of microfiber. Microfiber, the way that it works is it mechanically removes from the surface. So instead of taking a chemical cleaner to disinfect the surface, killing bacteria, we're actually removing all of the bacteria and debris from the surface and trapping in the fibers of the cloth. So it works where the fibers move in a capillary motion, so it's almost like a vacuum. So these fibers grab in the tiniest crevices of your surface. So even the smallest proteins, bacteria, and bigger crumbs and things like that. I see the crumbs that are stuck in here. The fibers grab so tightly, they don't like to let things back out. So they're an incredible way of just removing everything, and we don't have to worry about what's sitting on our surface after the fact. So say you did disinfect your surface with a chemical cleaner, you're not only leaving the dead bodies behind, but you're also leaving behind a very toxic residue. So our kids and ourselves are eating off of these surfaces, or maybe we mopped our floors with some sort of a wet chemical mop pad type thing. Those chemical residues are staying there, and they're also coating in layers. So if you think about it, if your floors are streaky, or even your countertops, or if you notice it like at a restaurant table that it just doesn't look clean, it's because of the layers that are being coated with those chemical cleaners. So the EnviroCloth is your all-purpose cleaner. It mechanically removes, leaving nothing behind, and it is scientifically proven to remove 99% of bacteria with the proper use and care. How cool is that? Proper use and care, I will talk about that too. I will talk to you all day about Norwex, but proper use and care, like using it flat. If you're a scruncher, break the habit now, okay? Because you want to use your microfiber flat, okay? So your EnviroCloth, you want to use it flat because that allows it to reach the surface evenly for those fibers to grab in those tiny crevices and all over your surface, okay? And then I fold my EnviroCloth into quarters, so that way I have 8 usable sides to use, okay? So fold it twice, you have 8 sides. So I just cleaned with this side, and now I'm gonna flip to this side, and now I'm gonna flip to this side, so you just keep going with it. And then you can rinse in between uses, rub vigorously underwater like this, and then hang it to dry. Okay, so why Norwex? Why is Norwex different than what you find in the stores? Okay, let me tell you, because it's amazing. All right, so microfiber in general is, again, a more effective way of cleaning with just water. Norwex microfiber is the highest grade of microfiber that you will ever find. So to be considered microfiber, you would pluck. So it needs to be 1/6 size of a human hair. Say that 10 times fast. So if you were to pluck a hair out of your head and then you split that lengthwise 6 ways, it's pretty small, isn't it? So that's microscopic, and that is what it is required to be microfiber. Now, Norwex microfiber is 1/200th the size of a human hair. 1/200. So you pull that hair out of your head and you split it 200 times. That is how fine and microscopic Norwex microfiber is. And so that means they can weave a lot more microfiber into the cloths, making it more durable, more absorbent, longer lasting, more effective at mechanically picking up into the fibers. Isn't that super cool? So if you were to unravel a Norwex EnviroCloth, it would stretch from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. So from the top of the country to the bottom, it is stretching all the way. Over 1,800 miles of microfiber is woven into one cloth. That is why it has an average lifespan of 7 years of working, is because of all of the quality that is built in automatically, okay? All right, and then the other reason that sets Norwex completely apart from any other product for microfiber on the market is the fact that we have backlock. Backlock is microsilver. So if any of you are familiar with the natural components of microsilver, you will know how amazing it is. So my mom was a scientist for Pfizer. She made vaccines for animals. They would use microsilver. So this isn't nano silver, it's microsilver. They use that on their surfaces as a natural antimicrobial agent, okay? So again, this is found in nature. So it's a natural way essentially to disinfect, but it's a natural antimicrobial agent, okay? So what does that mean? Talk to me real, people, right? So that means since this is built into the cloth, it is permanently embedded in the fibers. Microsilver, again, called our backlock technology, it goes to work to inhibit the growth of bacteria in the cloth, okay? So as soon as this cloth picks up bacteria, it is inhibiting the growth. Not only that, it is self-purifying, okay? So not only is it inhibiting the growth, it is actually killing it off. So within 24 hours, all of that bacteria is gone in this cloth. So what are the perks of that? We can reuse this cloth. So our regular cleaning cloths, like the EnviroCloth, we use it for about a week before we launder it, okay? And the other huge perk about this is that you don't get the stinky cloth smell. So I don't know about you, but if you use like a rag to wash your dishes and you use it for 2 to 3 days, it starts to smell, right? And that's because it is breeding millions of counts of bacteria, yeast, and mold. And so you start to smell it. It's a really musky, icky smell. Same thing with like your hand towels and your bath towels. You know, it just starts to develop a musk to it. And that's because of the bacteria growing in there. Norwex, you don't get that with these products because they self-purify, okay? Cool, right? So like our bath towels, our Norwex bath towels, not only are they super absorbent, they dry very quickly because they are high quality microfiber, but they self-purify. So since we just use them to dry our bodies off after a shower once a day, we only launder our bath towels once a month. That is how amazing this backlock is, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna just talk science with you for a little bit and then we're getting into the demos, I promise. But it's so good to hear the background of how Norwex works so that you know when I show you these demos how it's working and why it's working. So again, I have a background in science and I have to know why something works. Okay, so there's a ton of research out there now about the dangers of these toxins we bring into the home. Indoor pollution is so much higher than outdoor pollution because of the chemical cleaners. Can you believe that? So there's a study out there that says that women who work from the home or stay home are 54% more likely to develop cancer than women who work outside of the home. Think about that. And it's because it's a direct relation to the chemical cleaners that we bring in to clean our homes. But the reality is that we're actually making it a more harmful environment for our families. Our kiddos, they absorb toxins so much faster than we do because they have itty bitty bodies. And so they're actually taking a bigger hit from these chemical cleaners than we are. And we know of the known effects of these things with asthmas and cancers and reproductive issues. I mean, there's so many things. So, I mean, the research is out there, and I am more than happy to direct you there too if you want to read more about the dangers of these toxins. But I also wanted to know, are they effective? Are they actually doing the job that they claim to on the bottles, right? So you look at a bottle and they all say kills 99% of bacteria, right? So I'm like, but do they? So in my microbiology lab, okay, I get to geek out with you here for just a second, all right? In my microbiology lab, I took 10 commonly used cleaners that are used, like top selling brands off the shelf, and used them to test against E. coli and salmonella. So two of the top most harmful bacteria that you'll find. And so I tested each cleaner with each of my samples of E. coli and salmonella, and I wanted to know, how long does it take for these to actually disinfect like they claim to on the bottles? So that meant I took a sample every minute. So one, these cleaners have to sit wet on the surface for them to be working, okay? So if you were to spray your surfaces and then let that cleaner dry, then it's not doing anything. So you have to re-wet the surface if it dries, okay? And so I took a sample every minute, all right, for 10 minutes. And I put them in my Petri dish and I incubated for 24 hours and I did bacterial counts. So what did I find out? They suck. In my simple terms. So what I saw in this study was that these cleaners, all of them, they failed, okay? They did not kill any bacteria for the first several minutes of the cleaner being wet on my samples, okay? Now, when did they start to kill it off? Around that 6 to 7 minute mark, they started to kill off some of that bacteria, but it wasn't until 10 minutes plus that it killed 99% of bacteria. I'm gonna say this again. It wasn't until 10 minutes plus that they killed the 99% of bacteria from the surface. How many of us are actually spraying, letting it sit, oh, it dried, spraying, and then grabbing your paper towels and going through a wad and wad and wad of paper towels to wipe it all away, and going through so many trees just for a non-clean surface that is leaving a chemical residue behind. It is terrifying, you guys. The more I researched, I'm a very trusting person, so I thought there's no way they would put these things on the shelves if they were causing harm to people and they weren't working. No, now I'm realizing it is a big money market and they don't actually care about the effects that it has on the people. In fact, the FDA does not require these companies to put all of their information on their labels, okay? So they do not have to fully disclose all of the things in all the dangers on their labels when it's sold for household use. How is that okay? Like, I just don't understand, especially when all of this research is out there about how harmful it is. Okay, I can get on my soapbox here forever and ever and ever, and share with you why I hate these processes, because I would so move to Europe because they have so many regulations against chemical cleaners and against all of the additives that go in our food. Okay, again, all things that are awful for you. And again, that's why like things like type 1 diabetes, like what my daughter has, are so much more common here. It is like unheard of in Europe. They're like type 1 diabetes, what? And now there's so many kids. There are 6 kids in my daughter's school who have type 1, and it's not a big school. So again, like I just want to cure the world with Norwex, okay? So again, I'm gonna keep talking to you about why Norwex works so much better with just water. So we're saving time. We've cut our cleaning time in half with Norwex, okay? Because what are we doing? We're grabbing a cloth and we're getting it wet. That's it. And we can just go around. So I keep a cloth in all of my bathrooms and my kitchen because it's just easy to grab and go. And then I have a cloth for different reasons. I have one for my toilet because here's one thing. I'm going to show you how this cloth does not like to cross-contaminate. Yes, I am going to show you with demos. It doesn't like to cross-contaminate. It does not like to let go out of the fibers of the cloth. However, do we think that we want to use the same cloth on our toilet and then bring it to our counters to clean? I mean, it's just not really something that we're comfortable thinking about, and I get it, which is why I just tell people color code. Okay, use all of the colors of the rainbow and just color code your house and have a cloth for a purpose, okay? However, it does purify within 24 hours. I'm gonna remind you of that. So technically this cloth, you can use it again. So I say clean from cleanest to dirtiest, okay? So clean your kitchen and then go to your toilet. 24 hours later, it is just a brand new cloth again. But I keep using the same cloth all day long. Now, it is important though, when you're done using it between uses, again, rub it vigorously against itself, hang it to dry. Okay, hanging it to dry is what allows that backlock to go to work, okay? So it starts to just inhibit that growth of bacteria. As it's drying, it's self-purifying, and boom, 24 hours, perfectly clean again. But it doesn't like to cross-contaminate, so I'm still using the same cloth in my kitchen all day long, okay? How wonderful is it that you can grab this when you're preparing to make dinner, lunch, your kids are making a mess as you're feeding them. Like, you literally just grab this. I never grab a paper towel. I don't use paper towels. In fact, we're saving the environment with Norwex too. Did I tell you that? So we are, so I'm gonna give fun fact, okay. 51,000 trees are cut down every single day in the United States just for paper towels. 51,000 trees are cut down each day in the United States just for paper towel use. That is how many paper towels that we use as Americans, because we're cleaning with things that are not working. So again, I'm giving you an alternative to that because it's reusable, it's absorbent. Anytime my kids spill anything at all, I'm like, hey, grab an EnviroCloth. You can clean that up yourself because, hey, my kids can clean too because it's safe and easy, okay? So my kids, they clean their own bathrooms because they grab their EnviroCloth and their window cloth. I'm gonna get to that too. So, just about to get to some demos so that you guys can see it in action. So I have 2 demos with the EnviroCloth, and they are just like mind-blowing. So these are gonna be like the wow. And then showing you the polishing cloth, the window cloth, okay? So these 2 are best friends, all right? We call them Bert and Ernie, just saying, because Bert does all the work. So this is your cleaning cloth. You use this one wet, okay? Ernie, we love Ernie. Ernie's the fun one. He gets all the attention and he takes all the credit, right? So the window cloth is kind of like that because you use this one to dry and polish. So it leaves your windows and your mirrors and your granite and all those things beautifully streak-free, okay? But I'm gonna get to that. That's just a little teaser. So we're gonna do the chicken demo first, and I'm going to be using raw chicken on my Norwex cutting board. So I have lots of things here. So I'm just gonna make room for this demo. So I'm gonna be using medical grade protein swabs, all right? So these detect proteins. Proteins are itty bitty things, and these detect those proteins, okay? And bacteria is not as small as this. So we know if we're picking up even the itty bitty pieces of proteins, we are also picking up the bacteria and other debris that are on our surfaces. So these indicate protein. So if it has showing protein on our sample, it will go to a very purpley color, okay? Green means clean, that there's no contamination. And then purple means that it is very, very contaminated, okay? So I'm gonna be showing you both. I have 2 here, so I can show you one dirty and show you one clean. All right, so I'm gonna grab, it's still there, my cat didn't take my chicken. Okay, so here's my raw chicken. All right, so yum, yum. And then we have the Norwex. This is the new mini cutting board, so we have 3 sizes. These are biodegradable, by the way, because again, Norwex is very earth conscious and sustainable, and they reuse, they recycle plastics into the microfiber so that we are putting less in the oceans. That's a whole nother project that I can talk to you about that Norwex does. But this is the mini cutting board. It is made out of rice husks, 100% biodegradable, and it is incredibly sturdy. Okay, it's got this wonderful gripper on the bottom so it doesn't slide around. And the glorious part about this is that it is dishwasher safe, okay? So it won't harbor bacteria like a plastic cutting board, but you can still put it in the dishwasher. So this was like a game changer for me because I hate hand washing dishes, like it's my nemesis. So I can put this in the dishwasher too. And it's a very high quality board. So, and it's got your little dripper catcher too. So this is gonna be just my platform for the raw chicken demonstration. So first, I'm gonna put some raw chicken on my cutting board. So can you guys see this? I'll lower this a little bit. All right, so here we go, you guys. Whoa, ew, can you guys see? I hate raw chicken, like a lot. Plop. All right, I'm gonna move this back over here. Can you see the moisture on here. There you go. Okay, so now I'm going to take a medical grade protein swab and I'm going to test for protein, okay? So it will likely turn purple pretty quickly, right? I mean, I know it will. I've done this a million times and it always works, so. Okay. So now we'll stick it in. We'll release the solution here so it can react. Okay, look, it's already turning purple, okay? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my EnviroCloth, okay? So again, this mechanically cleans. It picks up the bacteria and traps in the fibers of the cloth, so nothing's left behind. All right, so it's like when you want to get rid of the weeds, would you rather use a chemical cleaner that like goes deep down into your soil and spreads everywhere and it goes in your garden and whatever? Or would you rather remove the root and mechanically remove all of that weed where nothing is left behind? Same thing here. Okay, that's my analogy. But all right, here we go. So we're gonna clean it. And again, you don't have to put like elbow grease, okay? It is seriously a simple wipe. This is the side that I used. I'm gonna show this again to you in just a second, but this is the side I used to clean the chicken. All right, now, here's my clean swab. So now I'm gonna re-swab the cutting board and I'm also gonna go from side to side here because I wanna show you that I didn't just push the chicken juice around, because a paper towel or a regular cloth would just push those juices around, right? But this won't. It picks it up and it is so good at it. So now, we are swabbing from side to side, okay? And now we are releasing the solution. And remember, green means clean. Look at that, you guys. So all of that bacteria has been mechanically removed, trapped inside of the EnviroCloth, okay? So those fibers have grabbed it and they're like, this is mine, and the backlock's gonna go and kill it off, okay? So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you my confidence in this product. I always do this, so bear with me, but I love it so much and I have full confidence, so I'm gonna lick the cutting board. This is chicken licking fun, you guys. All right, now I wanna show you that I didn't just like rig the swabs, like one only turns purple and one only turns green, that these really are medical grade protein swabs. So here's my clean swab. Are you okay? Okay. So first I'm gonna show you how it doesn't like to cross-contaminate, okay? So I'm gonna take the swab and I'm gonna swab where I picked up the chicken juice. Can you guys still see? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put it back in. It's still green. All right, so now I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna re-swab the chicken so you guys can see it over here. So I'm gonna take this now and swab the chicken itself and then put it in and show you. And don't blink because it will turn purple very quickly, okay? All right. Okay, so here's my chicken. Already purple. Isn't that amazing? So again, we are mechanically cleaning with just water. It is a more effective way of cleaning so that we're not using any toxic cleaners. We're not having to put gloves on. We're not having to worry about if the bacteria actually got killed or if the dead bodies are just sitting on the surface along with the toxic residue, if our kids are eating off the surface. So we don't go anywhere without our EnviroCloth. All right, so we are making sure that we bring it with us to the restaurant so we can clean the restaurant tables and we can clean shopping cart handles and my kids' hands and faces whenever they are out and about, because I know that it is a good clean and that it's a safe clean. So again, so excited that you guys are watching this. I really am. Okay, so the next demo that I want to show you, because this one was pretty darn amazing, but we still have another amazing one that I want to show you with the EnviroCloth. So I'm going to use the same cloth and I'm going to switch sides now. And I'm going to be showing you the germs, okay? So those of you who may have little kids, they may do this in school. It's called the glow germ. And so they are basically right here. So this is glow germ and it is a powder that simulates bacteria, okay? So it shows the same way that bacteria does on your surfaces. And you can, honey, go upstairs and find daddy, okay? okay? So when I put this on the plate here, you will be able to see this, and I'm actually going to be sharing the difference between using the chemical wipes that you commonly find on your kids' school supply lists, which I, by the way, don't ever purchase. I can't do it because I know that they're ineffective, but I do educate my kids' teachers on Norwex, and in fact, one of them joined my team and she went on a trip with me and everything. Like, Norwex is so great, and she's like, I love it. So much better for my kids, and I don't have to give them the wipes to use and whatever. So I'm gonna quickly talk about these, okay? So when you buy these wipes, we think, oh my goodness, they're so convenient. I can just grab it and clean a whole bunch of things real quick and throw it away. Now, the reality is though, these even say on the label that it has to sit wet for at least 4 minutes. Now we know it needs it longer than that, but this even says on the label that it needs to be wet for 4 minutes. And again, how many of us would do that? Because we think it's quick and easy. And it says it requires putting a plastic glove on your hand and to keep away from kids and pets because of the toxicities. So, I mean, even on the label, it is telling us a lot of things. It is also telling us the types of bacteria that it claims to kill. Okay, so I looked into that. Did you know that the bacteria they have listed on here are just normal flora? So like things you would find like in your mouth or in your cat's mouth or whatever. Just normal stuff that you typically find in the environment that doesn't harm you. It's not E. coli, so they do not claim to kill E. coli, salmonella, campylobacter, any of those types of things, okay? Again, terrifying, okay? Misleading. It's marketing. It's making money for these companies, providing a product that is not doing anything. Well, we know that, but like, I just don't get it. But anyway, so I am going to show you the difference between using these wipes and Norwex. It is so cool. So I got to shut a light off because we're going to be using a black light. So first, did I actually take this off this time? No. I always forget to take, that little peel away part. So I'm just going to take the whole cap off. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of our glow germ on here. Okay. So once I wipe it with the chemical wipe, it will spread it around, okay? And so you'll still see it. So we're gonna start with that. I do have a glove here, and I'm gonna turn the light off. Oops, wrong light. Okay, that's better. We're just gonna set the mood here. We're gonna get really close, you guys. Okay, so here we go. Got my plastic glove. Let's get my wipe out. Maybe I should put 2 on so I have a grip here. Okay. All right, so here's my wipe that stinks very bad, by the way. Okay, we're gonna clean, you guys. We're gonna clean with this wipe. Okay. Cleaning the glow germ. So the glow germ appears to be gone, right? So to the naked eye, it looks like it's gone. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the plate. It looks clean, right? There's nothing on there. But now I'm going to show you what it looks like with the black light, okay? That is all of the germs just being spread around. So nothing was actually disinfected. All it did was make a bigger mess. That's it. So everything is still there. So now what I'm gonna do is show you, by using the Norwex EnviroCloth, I'm gonna clean half the plate and show you how it mechanically removes from the surface, okay? So we're gonna clean this half. And again, it's not like a lot of work. It literally does the work for you just with a simple wipe. And now I'm gonna show you the difference between a Norwex side and a chemical wipe side. These are bleach wipes, you guys. Isn't that terrifying? So Norwex has mechanically removed all of that residue, all of that bacteria, and this is all chemicals that we're eating off of. Do you want that on your surface where your kids are eating? Because, I mean, my kids would eat off of the counters or at the restaurant. So now I'm going to show you again. So people are trying to be cost effective when it comes to these things too. They want to use the same wipe for multiple surfaces. And they want to, maybe just clean their toilet real quick and then clean something else. But what are we doing? We're cross-contaminating because this just carries the bacteria with it. So on the side that I cleaned with the Norwex EnviroCloth, I'm just gonna take this wipe and clean over here with the bleach wipe and see what it does. Okay, so again, guys, it looks clean, doesn't it? Okay, I mean, it might look a little wet, but can you see how it brought stuff back? I'm trying to get a good angle where the black light shows it better, but there, it brought all of that icky stuff back to the place that we did have clean from the EnviroCloth. Isn't that nuts? Crazy, right? Okay, so again, I love showing these demos because it's very eye-opening with how ineffective these things are, along with the toxicities that are proven in research to be very, very harmful to us. So that is the icky wipe demo. So now I'm gonna show you another really cool one with the window cloth. And so you get to have the prettiest streak-free shine that you've ever seen in your life, and it is so easy. Anybody have kids who have leave like toothpaste everywhere instantly, and you like, oh my gosh, I don't want to keep cleaning this, and I can never get it streak-free, and I go through so many paper towels and all of the things? Well, guess what? I'm gonna save your life. Okay, so I'm gonna move this out of the way. I am gonna turn my light back on. Okay, all right, so now I have 2 mirrors, and I am going to be using, I'm gonna switch sides on this baby again. I'm gonna be using Crisco as my medium because it is so hard to get off. So like if you use like paper towels and in water or whatever to get like a greasy mess, like bacon grease or butter, it just would smear it around for a really long time, right? Or with a glass cleaner, I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you, but it's one of those things that's just really hard to get off, and so we want something that's like effective, again, at removing. So I have 2 mirrors. We're going to use one, we're gonna put Crisco on both of them, but we're gonna use one with glass cleaner and paper towels, and then we're gonna clean the other one with the EnviroCloth and the window cloth, okay? So again, these two are best friends, they're besties. Clean, wet with the EnviroCloth, okay? Again, your all-purpose cleaner right here, E for everything EnviroCloth. If you're ever confused, look at the tag, because maybe where I show you, here we go, Enviro, okay? So this is the EnviroCloth. All right, and then the window cloth, okay? So it says window on the cloth as well, so you can tell which one is which. Our body cloths will say the same thing. I'll talk about those momentarily as well. I'm trying to speed up because I wanted to like tell you guys all the great things about Norwex. So I'm actually covering the 5 essentials of Norwex, okay? So it's called the Safe Haven 5. It is already in a bundle, but these are the 5 essentials where you can ditch your cleaners. So I am doing the prime demos right now, and then I will also talk about the remaining 3 quickly, and then also our incredible mop, okay? So that is kind of the structure of what I like to cover with you all. So let's show you the difference between using a glass cleaner and using paper towels versus Norwex EnviroCloth and window cloth, okay? So let's get some greasy mess going on here. And some greasy mess going on here. Now this is a very awkward angle for me, so I'm gonna do my absolute best to not be clumsy and stuff, but no guarantees. So now I'm going to grab, in fact, I had to borrow these from my neighbor because I ran out like a long time ago. I was like, oh shoot, I need to do these for my demos. So can I like borrow paper towels from you? Okay, so, okay, first side, glass cleaner. I mean, it's kind of getting there, guys, right? But it's very difficult. So now I'm gonna clean with the Norwex EnviroCloth, okay? So again, use this one wet to clean, and it will mechanically remove that grimy mess, okay? And then dry with the window cloth. And I like to go corner to corner, so like if I'm doing a bigger mirror or something, and then up and down, up and down. don't know. Can you guys see a difference between the Norwex side and the glass cleaner side? I mean, anyway, so again, so much faster. I did not have to use any paper towels, and I was able to use it chemical free, okay? Now, since, you know, this one is gonna drive me nuts, I'm gonna go ahead and clean it with my Norwex and polish dry with my window cloth, making it so pretty. Look at this, isn't it so pretty? It is the best thing ever. They are just the prettiest streak-free shine in the world, okay? So fast, so easy, so amazing, okay? So those are the first two products, EnviroCloth and Window Cloth. So these are the basic package. Now, we're gonna talk about the dusting mitt, all right? So who loves to dust? Oh, no one? Okay. Yeah, me either. Hate it, actually. So, because it was the most thankless job ever. So every time we dusted, we would take everything off the shelves. We would use that little spray can thing and then like a cloth or a rag or whatever, and thought we were dusting because sure, it looks kind of clean. But in like 2 days, the dust would come back, and I thought, this is the most thankless job ever. I never want to do it again. And it was always my chore on the farm growing up. Like, mom and dad, for some reason, hated me and said, no, they don't. But they like, you get to do the dusting. And so I would take the doilies off the table. My mom was going to kill me, but I would take the doilies off and all of her things. And then I would dust with the spray and the stuff and then the smell. But anyway, so I'm going to show you the mechanical version of cleaning, because I don't know if you knew this, but those cleaners actually have an ingredient in them that draw dirt and debris back to the source very quickly. That is why you see it dirty again very, very quickly. In fact, if you were to clean like wooden blinds, this is actually a cool thing. I'll see if I can find a photo to share with you guys, but someone had cleaned half with the Norwex dusting mitt, because it's a mechanical way of cleaning. We're not leaving any residue behind, and then half with the dusting product. And within like just a couple days, the side with the chemical cleaner was completely coated with dust again, and the Norwex side was still clean. That is because Norwex does not draw it back to the source. So when you clean with Norwex, because there's no sticky residue with any chemical cleaner, because they all do it, then your surfaces actually stay cleaner longer. Like, same thing with our car products. My dad freaks out over our car products because it's a simple clean with water and dry. Clean with water, dry. And so it stays cleaner longer because there's no sticky residue. Anyway, whole nother thing. We have a lot of great products, but I'm focusing on the essentials, okay? So dusting mitt, I always recommend using a rubber brush. This is great for the dry mop pad. This is great for the Enviro wand. Hey, ceiling fans, anybody? Dust your ceiling fans, high cupboards, your ledges, gutters. This attaches to our telescopic mop handle as well, so you can pop this baby off. It actually made a pop sound, you guys. And then stick it on the mop. And so you have a really high reach to get to those some places, especially for my vertically challenged friends. So I'm just sidetrack, but the rubber brush is really great for those products, and the dry mop pad, because the dry mop pad is just like this. It mechanically picks up your dust and debris and traps in the fibers with this unique little, unique weave of microfiber. So then you can scrape it out outside or in the garbage, so you can keep using it. Okay, cool. All right, so I've got some flour here. I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some flour. So this is my dust. It's my fairy dust. And I'm going to show you how the dusting mitt doesn't just like push it off the counter, but it traps in the fibers of the cloth. So you can increase the static electricity by rubbing it together. 1 is awesome, but 2 is even better. So ladies, you can double fist it. So you can put 1 on each hand. You can go through the house and clean, 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 and then you can switch hands, and then you can have the other side that's free, and then you can increase the static electricity even more. But it's awesome, okay? And then you can use your rubber brush to scrape it out. So let's remove some fairy dust. Look at that, you guys. It's all in the mitt. Isn't that cool? So again, when you're all done, just take it out and scrape it out, and then you can keep using it. So love this so much. So microfiber, again, is just wonderful, right? So those are the top three. So we have the EnviroCloth, the window cloth, and the dusting mitt that we've covered so far. Now we're gonna talk about the cleaning paste, and then my all-time favorite laundry detergent on earth, and you're going to fall in love with it. So here we go. So cleaning paste. Anybody have permanent marker issues? Do you have burnt on food on your stove? Do you have troubles getting stains out of your sink? Do you have headlights that could use some work? This is like the almighty paste of all time, okay? Cleaning paste, and it is a hard paste, okay? It's supposed to be. So we just take an itty bitty little amount, like on your EnviroCloth, or maybe you need like a little extra scrubby power and you've got like, and you need like an Enviro sponge or something. I think I have some over there, so if you want to see them, I can go get them. But put a little bit on your EnviroCloth to clean. So what I'm gonna do is I've got a piece of tile. I'm gonna write with permanent marker on this tile, I love Norwex. Okay, so I'm gonna give that just a second to dry, but the cleaning paste is basically what's gonna save your marriage, your kids, your life, okay? So when your kids decide to get super artistic and like draw on the walls, or I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but it has here, and they just thought permanent marker, that looks so amazing. It's permanent. My art will stay forever. That is when you're like, grab the cleaning paste. It's okay. It is magical, okay? And I like to say, put it in your will, because it will last that long, okay? This thing literally has a lifespan of forever. 4 to 6 years if you use it regularly, but still forever. Like, it just, so many uses out of this thing. It is just crazy, crazy, crazy. So again, if you need extra scrubby power, like on our stovetop, like if there is like really, really, really difficult areas where we had water spill over and like burn on there, or food or whatever, we may use like a spear sponge or an Enviro sponge that just gives it a safe scrubby power with the paste to get it without having to worry about scratching the surface. Same thing with like nonstick cookware or things like that. They're just like a safe scrubby to give you that little extra boost. But the EnviroCloth is great with it too for a lot of the areas. But if you find that you need more scrubby, just go for one of those things. Okay, so I love Norwex. Let's clean some permanent marker off of here. Oh geez, it's like I'm not even trying. Okay, I have to be corny while I do it. I have no choice. I mean, we are in a cleaning party. So you might have to like get it wet again sometimes, or get a little bit more cleaning paste on there if it starts to wear off. But literally I just put, and you can even see the permanent marker like in the spot on the blue permanent marker on my blue cloth. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna grab a little bit more. Like I said, sometimes you just need to apply a tiny bit more, and there it goes, it's gone. It's gone. Oh, wait. Now it's gone. I love Norwex is off of the tile. Super cool. So again, this is just one of those things that allows you to just, oh my gosh, breathe. Like, it replaces so many of those cleaners that you would be like, I can't get anything to work. Same thing with like descaler. So we have enzyme cleaners. Oh my goodness, if you're familiar with enzymes, they are incredible. I call them like the superheroes. So like when our regular cleaning microfiber, it's awesome for almost everything, but every so often we get like those areas like mineral deposits on our glass shower doors, or, you know, around our sinks or whatever, and we need extra help. We need the superpowers. Enzymes are amazing because they're catalysts that speed up a chemical reaction, breaking down those particles in a very quickly and natural way, because enzymes are found in nature. Enzymes are created differently, and so Norwex has used the unique characteristics of all these enzymes to create cleaners. So we have a descaler, melts away mineral deposits, limescale, rust, all of those things that are like problem areas that like it will never ever come off. It's awesome. It's so awesome. Mattress cleaner. Oh, so if you want to kill off those dust mites in your mattresses and pillows and pet beds and furniture, it literally works continuously for 3 months, eating away the organic matter. So it eats up the dead bodies. It eats up the fecal matter from the dust mites, because your mattress will double in weight every 8 years. Did you know that? It's awful because of the dust mites and everything it leaves behind. So that mattress cleaner, it literally eats away all of that organic material for 3 months, or if they eat it all up before the 3 months, but it works. So you don't have to spray for very often, like every 3 months, 4 times a year you spray it. So these enzymes are incredible. They're just, I love them so much. And I've even weighed like stuffed animals. I've sprayed a stuffed animal, like weighed it, sprayed it, and then a few months like weigh it again, and it lost weight because of all of that organic material being eaten up. So again, so awesome. And a lot of people are allergic to the feces of dust mites, and so they find they have itchy eyes and snoring. So if you have a dust mite allergy or know somebody who does, tell them they need to get the mattress cleaner so that they can eat away all of that organic matter from their pillows, because we're sleeping in it. Did you know that our pillows are actually like, gosh, what is the stat? But it's like something so many times dirtier than the seat of our toilet. Everybody wanted to hear that right now, that we're sleeping on a dirty pillow, right? Okay, I will end that conversation because I need to focus on our last product before I talk about our glorious mop. And then I also have a very, very special offer for you and your host, okay? Because I love to give away free things. So you have the opportunity to earn some amazing free products from me as well, because that's just how great these are. So I'm going to talk about the laundry detergent real quickly, because this is the greatest laundry detergent of all time. I have used this now for probably 16 years. Whenever I started using Norwex, I've been using this product. This is a powder. This is the most popular. We have two. We have a liquid and we have a powder. This one is by far the most popular one. It is so effective. It's multi-purpose. I just love it to pieces. Our family of 5, we go through a bag about every 4 to 5 months. So like, a smaller family, it's an average of 6 months that you replace this. So it is so much more cost effective than any other detergent, because detergents you find in the stores, they have so many fillers in them. I don't know if you're aware of that, but like they have an incredible amount of fillers and harmful ingredients, in them as well. So I've also studied, I've researched the detergents because I'm so cool, you guys. I'm not a nerd at all. Okay, yes I am. But I've researched several of them. It's particularly the ones that, were made for babies. They are like scary, actually very, very scary. Like that one in the pink bottle, if you catch my drift. I can't say brand names, but that one actually failed on the EWG.org environmental working group. It's a nonprofit, and they do their own research and give ratings based on products. And so that one had like reproductive toxicities, cancer risk, asthmatic risk, or something. Like it's scary. And so many babies have like rashes and irritations because of the detergents people are buying thinking they're safe, because they say free and clear on the label. Again, it's marketing. They may be free and clear of some things, but they're not free and clear of all things. They're actually very, very scary. So when researching these things, so many, and we don't make medical claims by any means, but if somebody's using a detergent that's irritating the kid's skin, a lot of people, when they switch to an eco-friendly, safe detergent that doesn't have those additives and fillers, it relieves those irritations because they're not letting them soak into the body. So this is so concentrated, you only need 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon, okay? Because it isn't adding all of those unnecessary ingredients. So it's very concentrated. So if you have a high efficiency machine, it is 1 teaspoon for a full load of laundry, okay? If you have a conventional machine, it's more of 1 to 2 tablespoons. Still much more cost effective than what you would get at the stores with those commonly brand name products. The other thing is that this will, so Norwex has like a no-no list of ingredients they will never, and it's very big, of harmful ingredients they'll never put in their products. So this is pure soap, highly effective at cleaning, and it's multi-purpose, like I said, so you can use it in your bathtub, you can use it on your stainless steel, so many great ways. So with this, this is free of fillers, dyes, perfumes, SLESs, phthalates, sulfates, all of those things that you make sure you don't want in your product, it won't have it. And again, the ones in the stores are scary. I'm actually going to show you some jars that I made about 8 years ago or so, and they still look this way. Okay, so I took a brand. It was a very, very common name brand that we used, and it was Free and Clear. Or Free and Gentle, I don't remember how it was called, but one of those. And so I took a powder version of that, I took a liquid version of that, and I have a Norwex version in the jars, okay? These two are medium loads, okay? So this was not even a full load that I put in these jars. Okay, so this was the powdered one. Since my last demo, all of that sediment, the extra fillers for volume, have settled to the bottom. So can you see those? And it's cloudy, so you cannot see through it. And all of those things are what go into your clothing. It makes your clothes feel stiff because all of those things are just accumulating in your clothes and in your cleaning cloths, for instance, too. And then it soaks into your skin. So it only takes 28 seconds for toxins to go to the skin and hit the bloodstream. 28 seconds. So again, look at that cloudiness. That's what's going in your clothes. And it also is not great for your machine. So it wears out your machine very quickly too. So again, ick, right? So it has lots of extra additives that are not necessary for cleaning. And then people are like, oh, I need a fabric softener because my clothes are so stiff. I must have really like bad water. It's not necessarily, we have hard water, we do. But this will make your clothes stiff. And then people are adding these fabric softeners and dryer sheets that are like the most toxic things that you could possibly add to your machine. Oh my goodness. And dryer sheets make your clothes flammable. Fire departments educate people against using these dryer sheets because they are very toxic. That's why people use them to winterize their like boats and their motorhomes, because it keeps the mice away because they're so toxic. And they're very flammable. So they leave a coating on your clothes. So if there's a spark near you at all, not good. So don't use them, okay? They're horrible, and they're like the top, like in the top 2 of like most toxic things you can bring into your home. So just get rid of those dryer sheets and fabric softeners, all right? Because you don't need them. Your clothes will naturally feel softer when you get rid of the fillers. And we also have fluff and tumble dryer balls. There's 3 balls in it, and they're so fluff and tumbly. And you can add essential oils. So if you're a person who's like, I like my clothes to smell clean. By the way, a clean home has no smell. I will just say that. I'm going to say that again. A clean home has no smell, okay? Because chemicals are leaving ickies, okay? It's just icky, icky. So we want to remove it all with just water so your home is cleaner when it does not smell. However, if you do like a nice little like scent in a safe way, essential oils are okay. Okay, so you can use the essential oils if you want with your cleaning cloths. You do not have to. It does not help the cleaning functions of the cloths. They will be still very effective with just water, but some people like a scent, so you can. But it's an unnecessary expense if you don't want to, okay? However, I do use them on my dryer balls, so I love to put oil on my balls, you girls. But it does allow to bring that safe scent to your clothes too. So I just have to be careful because of my dad's asthma, but it is a nice way to do that, and it's a nice option. So if you have somebody in your family who's like, I don't want to get rid of this detergent, I like the way my clothes smell, then you can just tell them, well, what you're smelling is not good for you at all. You're probably going to get cancer from it. Anyway, so this is the liquid version of it. Okay, it's still cloudy. You still cannot see through this, okay? We don't want a detergent we can't see through. In fact, people who iron their clothes after using this detergent, they see that dye come out on the iron. So we know it's in the clothes, okay? So this is the liquid. Again, this was only a medium load. These were both medium loads. They were not a full load, so even more would be going in for a full load going into your clothing. Okay, this is the Norwex one. I have not shaken it yet. Look at that. It is see-through, okay? Free and clear in the real way, because it is such an effective cleaner that it only uses a little bit because it's a concentrated soap. And then you can do all of the sudsy things if you want to see that it is soap. But again, it goes back to clear. Okay, so it is so great to know that we have an effective option that goes a long way, and it is so much cheaper. I mean, you look at the bag and it's $29.99, and people are like, whoa, you know, because they're not used to paying that in one chunk for laundry detergent, but it lasts so much longer. You get so many uses. It's like 20 cents a load. Like, it's so crazy insane how much you get out of this. And I love the effects of people switching to this and feeling the effects on their clothes and stuff too. And it's hard on your machine when you use these types of products. It's very hard on your machine. So your machine will last longer too when you use a product that's truly free and clear. And the other thing too is it's the best way to care for your cloths, because again, these are so good at trapping in the fibers that if we're using one of these other types of detergents, those fillers and the additives are actually coating the fibers of your cloths, making them less effective at mechanically removing from your surfaces. So I like to tell people that too. It is the best thing you can do for the care for your cloths as well, to keep them functioning longer and getting more use out of them. So those are the Safe Haven 5. I've covered the EnviroCloth, the window cloth, the cleaning paste, the dusting mitt, and the laundry detergent, okay? Safe Haven 5, I want you to remember that, because if you're brand new to Norwex especially, that is like your starter kit, okay? You can buy it as a bundle. Don't buy them individually unless you have a preference on colors for your cloths, because then you can order them separately. But if you want to just like an easy button, it's the Safe Haven 5. These products replace like every chemical cleaner that you would possibly ever bring into your house, and you can save money because they're reusable, they're long lasting, and it is like a one-time cost that is reusable for a long time. So you'll see that you're not going down that cleaning aisle. It is so cool. I get headaches if I even get near it now. So it's a great feeling. So now I'm gonna quickly show off the best product ever. Okay, we have this thing called the Norwex Superior Mopping System. This is the greatest thing that's ever entered our home. My kids fight over it because it's so fun. It comes with a dry mop pad and a wet mop pad, okay? So these, again, are mechanically cleaning your floors. It is fast, it's easy, it maneuvers very quickly and easily under chairs and tables. And so the dry mop pad, which is what I have on here, but I'm first gonna show you my handle. So it's great for short people and tall people. I'm 5'10", so they recommend placing your pole between your nose and your chin for the best alignment for your body so that you don't get a backache and all those things. So just twist it tight so it stays put, okay? And then the dry mop pad, okay? So this is the dry mop pad. This is just like the dusting mitt, okay? So you saw how it picked up that flour? It will pick up those tiny itty bitty particles, pet hair. If you have pets, this is like the best thing ever, okay? Because it picks up those itty bitty hairs and traps in the fibers. And I use this in a figure 8 motion. So anything that is larger, like Cheerios, crumbs, things that my kids leave behind on a daily basis, I can keep those bigger items at the front of this as I go and I dust my floors basically. But it picks up the pet hair, it picks up all those tiny little particles that like a broom or vacuum miss, and just traps in the fibers, and it's so awesome. And then you go and you grab, where'd it go? Guys, who took my rubber brush? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna blame my cat again. I have to blame her for everything. All right, so then you can just scrape it all out outside or in the trash can. The other nice thing is that you can offset your mop pad, okay? And you can clean your baseboards. You can also lock your mop. Lock it. I have the spray mop attachment on here right now. This is a bonus attachment. It's currently out of stock because it was so popular. It's new, but it sprays water on your floors. Otherwise, what I did before was just carry a little water bottle to re-wet the wet pad, but we'll get there. All right, so you can lock this so it no longer swivels this way. It only goes this way, because you can dust your walls. Anytime I paint or just spring cleaning and all those sorts of things, I can dust my walls because allergens sit on your walls too. Again, if you have a dust allergy, you can dust your walls with this, okay? So, so great. So that's step 1 is the dry mop pad. If you need help identifying, it is orange on the back, sunny, dry, orange, okay? Got it? So, Velcro system. Again, don't have to launder all the time because you can just scrape it out. Same thing with the wet mop pad because it's like the EnviroCloth. You get it wet, mechanically removes the bacteria from your floors, but you've already removed all the big stuff. Now you are cleaning your floors with the wet mop pad. So you can get this one wet, put it like in your sink, get it wet, and then roll it and then like wring it because you don't want it sopping wet. So this mop will dry your floors like within 30 seconds, it's dry. You don't have to like wait for the coating of the toxic mop, whatever, and then throw away the pad and you have to wait for it to dry and all of the things. This is just water. So it's mechanically removing your bacteria and your debris. The backside is blue, like water, wet water, wet mop pad, okay? All right, so this is my mop, okay, so you can tell like it's loved. But it's the new graphite, the like black and silver one, and it is beautiful. I love this color. We also have Nordic Naturals if you like the Nordic colors, rose gold and that sort of thing. We do have that as well. But this is the best system in the world, and again, reusable, long lifespan, and these are washable. So when they do need a refresh, you can put them in, because the reason that we do clean these is because the fibers are so good at grabbing from the surface that they don't like to let it back out. So even though we're taking it to the sink and rubbing to help that, we're helping a fiber out by just letting that extra debris release into the sink and then hanging to dry to self-purify. But we don't get it all out. We get a lot of it out to keep using it, but not all of it. So that's why we like to launder it about once a week, these regular cleaning cloths, so that we can refresh them and they're back to peak performance again. So the back black, that silver is still purifying it. We just want to revive the fibers, okay? All right, so I have one more really cool demo and you're gonna love it. I have another permanent marker demo. Okay, I first have to decorate my face. So my dad has always had a mustache. I've never seen him without one. So I like to think I'm like my dad when I do this demo. So anybody like to put permanent marker on themselves? So this is a Sharpie. This is permanent marker. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a moment to dry. And I'm going to, and I am almost done, I promise, okay? I am almost done, okay? And the replay will be available. I know I got long-winded. I got really excited tonight. So this is the body cloth. This is amazing for personal care. So you can clean your face. So remove all of your makeup with just water. The unique weave of this microfiber is so good at exfoliating your skin. So you can remove your makeup, you can exfoliate your face, you clean all over your body with this cloth as well, and also shave your legs. That one took me a long time to try, but I eventually did it and it was the best thing ever. And I will only use this cloth and water to shave everywhere. It's awesome. Okay, so this cloth with just water removes your makeup. So no makeup removal wipes. I don't buy any facial cleansers because this cleanses my face too with the exfoliation. No body washes. So we're saving so much money, and no shaving cream. So a lot of money is saved because we're not purchasing them, because the unique features of this cloth do the work for us. All right, so now I'm gonna show you how I remove my Sharpie mustache with the body cloth, okay? Isn't that cool? So I love this to pieces. This comes in a pack of 3. We do have other color options. We have some that are more plush as well. So there are options for it, but they are so great. They are so great for people who struggle with acne because of the products we're putting on our skin and things like that too. So these are amazing. And then what I have for you guys as a special offer. So all of you who are participating in the party, the party's gonna be open for 2 days. Okay, so we have 48 hours. To get your orders in, support your host, and all of those things. I'm going to be drawing for 2 body cloths. Okay, so you guys have a chance to win one for free. And then the big one. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw these at all during the demos, but I have 3 boxes here. These are up for grabs. These are the counter cloth box sets. So if you hate napkins, you want to get rid of your paper towels, these are the counter cloths. These are incredible. These are like a single-use paper towel, okay? They're the same size as one of those pick-a sizes, and they absorb 8 times more. So one of these will actually hold a 1/4 cup of water. Isn't that cool? So you just grab these quickly, and you can use them constantly over and over. Well, you'll wash them too, but then you can dry them on the peak of the house. So you can just stack, you can get more of these and just stack your house. And it's an easy, convenient thing to grab. Whenever there's a quick spill that you would normally grab for a paper towel or something, you would then use this instead. So it has the same properties as the EnviroCloth. Still has the mechanical functions to remove from the surface, scientifically proven to remove 99% of bacteria. These are what my kids use to clean their hands and faces. And it's, again, the most convenient thing ever in a cute little house style. So we just keep it on our counter, which is why they're called the counter cloths. So again, replaces your paper towels, and they're just so amazing. So every person who books an easy, fun online party will be receiving a counter cloth box set from me for free. These are about $60, and I will ship them to you right away so that you have them before your party, so you can try them out, you can rave about them, talk about them with your friends, and just talk about how much you love Norwex. Hosting is the easiest thing ever, and it's 100% free. Norwex never charges a dime to hosts, ever. They take care of them, and you earn an average of $300 to $400 in free products. You get a spending spree, and you earn free products 3 other ways. And again, you don't spend a dime. There's no shipping, there's no tax, there's no half-off products. It's just all free because Norwex wants to thank you for sharing this mission and these products with your friends to help them create a healthier home for their families too, because our mission is incredible. If you're interested at all in learning more about what it's like to be a consultant, make sure you talk to me because I'd love to help you with the income, 35% commission, and all the perks with being a consultant too. It's so generous. It's crazy. I have now earned 6 trips and I didn't think I could do that. Isn't that crazy? So everyone who books a party will receive a countercloth box set. If your host, okay, your host gets 3 bookings, okay, she gets gifts from Norwex for every booking too, but the gift from me, when she has 3 of her friends book a party, because I love to party and I want to be your friend, I want to be your Norwex BFF, you guys. But if she gets 3 bookings, I'm giving her a mop, like a full mop system, okay? So 3 friends who book a party and your host will get a free mop from me on top of the already huge host rewards from Norwex. So thank you so much for being here tonight, you guys. This has just been so fun. I appreciate your time, especially since I went a little bit over, but I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a lot. I would love to work with you and share Norwex with your friends and family too. And ship you a countercloth box set as a special gift from me before your party. So my next one is May 12th, I think. And I do these in multi-host fashion. And so we basically just pool all these really cool people into one big group. I am bleeding. I cut myself on the box. But we do this multi-host, but we create this personal experience with each of the guests in our virtual living rooms. And each of the hosts has their own shopping link, which is now posted in the group. So you can shop with, I will not send this box set. I'll probably just keep this one now since I'm bleeding. But yeah, so I love it so much. So I would love to help you host a party as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope I haven't forgotten anything, but if I did, I'll just jump on live again and share. But yes, so if you're interested at all in hosting, please comment. We'll get you on the calendar, and we can do May or June. We can, depending on what your schedule looks like, but it's very easy, very flexible. I send you a host packet, and I do all the work. You just invite your friends, and I help you like how to invite your friends and that sort of thing too. So, so yes, have a great rest of your night, you guys. Such a pleasure to be with you tonight. And thank you for letting me come into your homes virtually. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this, and I will look back for comments and questions also. So party's open for 2 days, and I will be posting more in the group the next couple days as well. So have a wonderful night, you guys. Thank you.